Well, we meet again. Hey, welcome. David Johnson here from Superior Lapidary. You're watching the Dirt Cleaner video series on lapidary stuff. Today, I've got another thing to do. 19-inch Highland Park. Let's back up a little bit. I got a question that's often asked of me. Hey, what is lapidary? Because they see either my business card or my shirt that says lapidary on it or whatever, and they say, what's lapidary? And the answer really should be fixing all sorts of strange tools that most people don't have in their shops. That's what we do. We fix stuff. Here's one thing that's got to be fixed. It's the Everclean system. Not that part itself. If you look over in the corner, and look down here, is the pump. Yeah, that pump quit working. So, I got to replace it. So what I've done, that's a lot of so's, I ordered a new pump from Highland Park. I got a package in the mail yesterday. This did take a couple of weeks to get. They didn't have them in stock, but a container came in, so they got them unpacked and sent me one. At least that's what I think is in here. Well, I got one of these. And I got one of these. I think this is probably electrical cord for it. Or in their lingo, as it says in the little tag, modular power supply. So there's your regulated voltage thing with a little plug-in. 24 volt converter. Now comes the possibly difficult part, I don't know, is getting this pump off. There's the new pump that everybody is used to if you've been around any length of time at all. So they have changed this up quite a bit. The motor's a different motor. It's got the plug-in you can plug in now. The older ones, maybe I'll show you one of them here in a second, but they were different. So nice heavy motor, it's got some weight to it. Alright, there's the little bit older style Everclean. You can see the voltage transformer is right on the back of the motor as opposed to the end of the plug. This one's got an issue with the power cord where it goes in. Yeah, if I ever find a little electrical part to replace that, yeah, I'll fix that one day, but it's not a priority. So there is the older style pump for the Evercleans, kind of the midway. That old blue one I replaced is older, and then this generation you've got, I believe the pump repair kit will work from the newest one to this one. It's the same kit, I believe, on top. They just did a little change on the electrical part of the motor below. Take the cord off. I'm not sure when they quit using this style pump, this little blue one. It hasn't been too bad, but it's okay. Somehow I got to get myself in there. I need to make more room. Having my equipment on wheels has saved myself many times. And I need the height so I can almost get my knees under there. Actually, the saw could be a little higher. When I put this on here, I actually did install a valve for the oil from the tank from going down here. So when I take this off, there shouldn't be too much drippage. After I rebuilt this blue pump once, the last time, I got a little leak out the top, just a small leak. I really didn't want to mess with it. I was worried about breaking something, so I put this little coffee can underneath there to catch the oil. And that did a pretty good job. There wasn't much. Yeah, what I've got in there after a couple months use is just a little bit of oil in the bottom. That's fine. I think I'll dump that in the saw right now. Oh, there's good news. Spinning off by hand. Oh, better shut my valve. I've got a bigger bucket catching the oil drips down there right now. Okay, so the removal went fine. Now I gotta put the pump in. But the problem, I don't have the right fitting here. I'm gonna go look at my other building where I got my plumbing stuff and see if I have got 90 or I gotta go buy one. So I might be back in 20 minutes or an hour and a half. We'll see. Yeah, because this does have to hang in this orientation. I can't put it that way. I don't think. Pretty sure I can. All right, took a trip down to my local hardware Hank. I live in a residential area, a real nice little spot in town, and one nice thing, the hardware store is less than a mile from my house, so it's pretty easy to get to. And they had just what I needed. I needed a little, I think it's a 3/8 or quarter inch nipple, I believe, and I needed a 90, so that I got to combine this with it, and there, that's what I needed, I think, to finish this project up. So let's go back to the saw and put this together and see if I got everything right. All right, so now I got to figure what I've got to put together first and what can go in last. So I got one of these, and I got a pump, and I got one of those. It's going to go like that. So if I put this in first, let's see. All right, got to put a little. Oops, sorry. So far, so good. I haven't messed anything up. Thinking I want to put it on here first, then I can spin this whole thing together. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's started. I'm going to put this other little nipple on. That's actually snug enough for that. Oh, should I go around one more time? I don't think so. I think that was good enough. Now, hopefully this pipe nipple doesn't get in the way when I spin this around. a year or so ago, sorry I'm in your way, I did something similar to this. And I was half upside down, and it took me, oh, well more than an hour to realize I was turning it backwards. I've got to turn this out a little bit because I'm getting some interference as I spin that around. I don't think I need much, so I'm not going to move it much. All it has to do is start once, and I'm golden. Almost. Am I going the right way? Alright, that was 5 minutes of backwards threading again. God dang it. Gosh, I can't believe I even told you my story of the first time I did that. So close. Need a little bit more, folks. Ah, Jesus, that didn't work. Oh, I gotta get inside and tighten that nut up on the inside now. Oh, crud. Crud, crud. Yeah, this loosened up. There's a nut in here, and I gotta tighten that up. I don't know how I can reach that, but we're gonna try. Otherwise I have to call for reinforcements. Okay, I got the hood lifted up. So right down in here there's a great big nut I gotta get a wrench on. So if I hold the outside one, oh, Lord help me. This is in my way. Loosened up. Okay. Feels good. Oh, well, it's still dripping, but I'm not sure why. Okay. Might have it, might not. So that is the intake to the pump. So oil comes from the tank through a little rubber tube I got in there, and then into the pump. I'm going to one day soon put a screen on the end of this just to keep little chips and stuff from going through. I'm going to get some window screen. I've got some, I've just got to bring it in here. So yeah, we'll see. Maybe I'll make that part of this project. I don't know. Let's continue on and hope for the best. Okay, everything should be tight. All right, we got the power cord. I'm just getting the built-in kinks out of it. Hopefully I can do a blind insertion because I can't see under here where it goes, but it should be easy. Ooh. That might have been easy. So I just take the excess cord like I did on the old one, wrap it around this motor mount. I'm not gonna. And we'll plug it in here. Now, I want to prime this pump. So I'm going to take the lid off. I'm going to lower this down. And hold it here, and we're going to turn this on. The valve is open. I got nothing coming out of here yet. Sorry, I can't really show you, but I can't do 12 things at once. Okay, I'll shut that off for a second. I'm going to try to get this a little lower. Just for fun, I put my capture bucket underneath the pump. What I'm going to do is add a little more fluid because some of the fittings there, where I just tightened up inside, they're actually above the level of the oil. So the oil may have to go uphill, and it doesn't want to do that unless you get some suction on there. I don't have a way to add suction, so all I can do is add more fluid to get the level above that. So I've got maybe 2 gallons or a little less here. I'll add that, see if it helps. Give it a shot anyway. I've got just enough on the saw blade, but it can stand to be a little higher on the blade. That won't hurt anything. Actually, she's starting to go. Not a whole lot, but it's just starting to come out of there. Okay, we might be in good shape here, folks. Now, there she's pumping. Sadly, I got to shut it off because I got to get this lid back up onto there. Hey, we're cooking with gas now. Oh yeah, she is filling this up. So pretty soon I have oil running out of there. And then right here, I don't know if that shows up, but I did put a little shield on there so I can open and close this while it's pouring out, or I can move the carriage anyway without getting my hands through the oil. Yeah, working on dirty, oily stuff is not always best when your lap is always completely exposed. Yeah, that's all I got to say about that. I'll do the best I can here, folks. Not sure exactly what I want to do, but we're going to do something. Not sure if the camera will pick it up, but I got something a little more like that shape. Yeah, I guess make a cross out of it. That should work easiest. I think I've got to open this up all the way so it comes apart. Yep. Alright, there we go. That was what I was after. Awesome. Hey, thanks for watching. I do appreciate that. Every view is pretty cool to me, and glad somebody takes an interest in this stuff. These saws are fun, but there's a lot of problems you can have with them. This is just one problem. Not with the saw necessarily, but with the attachments to it. And that just happens over time. So I'm not upset about a pump failing, they do. So that's all I need to know for now. Please give this a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. Subscribe if you like to see more of stuff like this or some other oddball shop stuff. And until then, take care.